Chad rebels said on Saturday they would suspend their participation in talks with the government, a move that raises doubt about their involvement in the national dialogue in August that is meant to be a precursor to long-awaited election. The peace-building talks in Qatar with Chad transition's military authorities were meant to ease tension after interim President Idriss Déby seized power following his father's death last year. In a joint statement, the group accused the representatives of the interim government of creating a bad atmosphere. In a joint statement, the groups accused the representatives of the interim government of creating a bad atmosphere at talks and announcing the August 20th national dialogue without any consultation. The authorities in Chad on Thursday announced the date of the national dialogue, which Déby has presented as the first step towards planning a vote. It would, in theory, include the armed groups, but the conditions for their participation have not yet been agreed on. Déby declared himself head of the Transitional Military Council in April 21 after his father, Chad's longest ruler Idriss Déby, was killed while visiting troops fighting the rebel insurgency in the north. Initially, his council had said it would oversee an 18-month transition to demonstrate democratic rule, but it has shown little sign of organizing election as that deadline nears. 2 bridges were blown up by armed groups in Burkina Faso on Friday night with the aid of suspected jihadists in the West African nation. The combat blew up the essential bridges, raising fear that they intend to isolate the Sahel region. The attackers destroyed the Owasi Bridge, forcing a convoy that was supposed to guarantee the town of Djibo to return to Kongowasi. They additionally blew up one more Nare bridge, similarly disrupting transport in the area. The bridge was attacked for the first time on June 30th, however work was carried out to allow usage of the streets before being blown up once more on Friday night. According to testimonies and photos posted on social media, it's now practically impossible to get from the capital to Dori. The different bridges affected is one located in the locality of Owasi on the Kongowasi Street in the north of Burkina Faso. The destruction of section of this structure pressured the convoy carrying substance to the city of Djibo to flip back. The convoy was escorted by defense and safety forces. Firefighters and the military struggled on Friday to contain 3 wildfires in northern Morocco that have killed at least 1 person, as hundreds of residents evacuated their homes because of flames that ravaged large swaths of pine forest. Efforts to extinguish the blazes have been hampered by high temperatures and strong winds in a North African country. The Interior Ministry said that 1 person has died in the fires and more than 1,500 hectares of forests have been destroyed. In the Larache area, 1,100 families have had to evacuate because of 2 fires that have since been put out. The fire destroyed 900 hectares, more than 2,000 hectares of land, and damaged many homes, according to the Interior Ministry. The Kabaka of Uganda, Ronald Muwenda II, on Sunday received the fully restored Rolls-Royce, which used to belong to late father King Mutesa II. The sleek-looking vintage vehicle was handed to the Kabaka by Kingdom officials, led by Katikkiro Charles Peter Mayiga and Prince Wasajja. This was an occasion to celebrate the King's 67th birthday. The Rolls-Royce has been undergoing repairs since 2020, when it was officially handed over to the Kingdom by the central government through the Minister of Tourism. At the time, it had been kept at the Uganda Museum since 2013, when it was moved from State House. This vehicle was bought in 1964 by the government of Uganda to be used by Sir Edward Mutesa, who was the first president of Uganda. After several pleas, the cabinet finally agreed to have the Rolls-Royce handed back to the kingdom in 2019. Bobi Wine makes a comeback to music industry with a banger titled Nterede just a few weeks after releasing Tuchune, meaning Savers. Bobi Wine is a musician who turned into a politician and his coming back with this song has given different reactions by people, others thinking maybe he is quitting politics.
Kalinga sirina mukwano naye nze bukyankula bannafuna era kalinga simanyi mapenzi naye nze bukyankufuna nayika walai kalinga nkubanyola naye nze bukyankufuna